How did you get on with your visit to Auntie June yesterday?
Well, it was a very long day. I knew it would be, but it was still too long, but it was enjoyable.
Why was it too long? Did you spend too long there in the garden with her?
No, the problem is that she lives about 40 kilometres away. And that means that I had to walk to catch a bus, wait for the bus, and then travel on the bus.
So what time did you catch the bus?
I went to catch the bus at 7:45, but the bus didn't arrive until 7:55. So I didn't think he was actually going to show up on time, which it didn't, but it was 10 minutes late.
So how long was the journey?
Well, the journey took about 1 hour and 10 minutes because it's 40 kilometres in distance, but the bus goes to different towns and villages on the way and stops to pick up people and drop people off. So I think the bus must have stopped at least 30 times.
Oh, wow. So is there another option for you to go to visit her?
No, there isn't. I haven't got a car at the moment, and there is no train that goes from my town to where my aunt lives.
All right. So when you get off the bus near her house, do you have to walk far to the house?
Yes, that is the next problem. It's about a 20-minute walk from the bus station to my aunt's house.
And what was the weather like in the end?
I was very lucky. The weather was fine. I was expecting it to rain, but it didn't. It was warm and it was about 16 or 17 degrees Celsius, so it was perfect for walking.
Oh, not too bad then. What time did you arrive at her house?
I arrived at about 9:30, which, after setting off very early, was a lot later than what I thought it would be.
So I suppose she was waiting for you with a nice cup of tea when you got there?
That's right. I sent her a text message saying that I was on my way and approximately what time I would arrive. So when I did ring the doorbell and she opened the door, she greeted me and yes, she had a cup of tea waiting for me and a selection of biscuits.
Oh, lovely. How is she these days?
She's very well. I thought she would be okay, and she was, so I was very happy.
How old is she now?
She's 73 now.
Okay. And why did you go to visit her? Was it just your monthly visit, or did she have some things she wanted you to do?
I try to visit every 2 or 3 months, and at this time of the year, I knew there was a lot of work to do in the garden. She's got a big garden and finds it difficult to cope with the amount of work there is to do to maintain it.
Did she have a list of things that needed doing, or did she just tell you after you'd finished one job, then she told you the next one? What happened?
She had 2 or 3 jobs that she wanted me to do definitely, and then if I had more time, then I could concentrate on other tasks in the garden.
So how did you know where to start? With the bigger jobs, or did you think, I'll do smaller ones first? What was your plan?
The first job I wanted to do, and she asked me to do, was the priority one, which was to cut the lawn. She's got a lot of grass that needs cutting to make it look presentable. So it took me about 20 minutes to actually get the lawnmower to work. It's one of those that you have to connect to the electricity, and then you go up and down the lawn cutting the grass. So it does look very nice when it's finished, but it took about an hour to complete.
And is it hard work?
You have to concentrate. It's not hard work, but you have to concentrate because of the electricity cable. So you have to ensure that this is out of the way to make sure that the machine doesn't cut through the cable and possibly electrocute myself.
Oh, gosh. So if you only go once every 2 months or so, who normally cuts the grass?
My brother usually goes and cuts the grass. It needs doing in the summer about once a week. But at this time of the year, then twice a month is sufficient.
So what did you do next? Did you have another cup of tea or did you get on to the next job?
Well, my back was aching after 1 hour of mowing the lawn. So I needed to sit down, and then Aunt went and got me what was a very nice drink of lemonade. It was nice and refreshing, and again she brought out some biscuits.
Can she do some gardening herself, or does she always rely on family or friends to help?
She enjoys being in the garden and every day, even if the weather is not too good. So she does try and maintain it as well as she can, and she enjoys doing it.
What was the next job for you then?
Well, the next job was even more difficult. That was to cut back a large tree that is in the garden. It's very tall, and I had to use some special clippers to cut the branches from the tree, and they were at head height. So I was stretching up to cut down the branches of this tree.
Could you have used a ladder or some steps?
I did use some steps to just help me reach a little further, but it's not too stable, so I had to be very careful.
Could you have climbed the tree, or is it not that big?
It's not that type of tree, so it hasn't got a big trunk, and the branches are very thin, so it would be very dangerous to actually try and climb the tree. So standing away from it on ground that is fairly unstable is the best option.
So after you'd finished that job, was it nearly lunchtime by then, or did you have time to do another smaller job?
It was time for lunch, and my aunt had prepared some sandwiches and a small salad. So I sat down. It was sunny at this time, so we sat outside on the patio chairs and enjoyed a nice lunch in the sunshine.
How long did you sit down for, do you think?
Well, it was my intention to sit there for about 20 minutes, but I felt very comfortable and I was chatting with my aunt, so I think about an hour passed, which left me very short of time for the afternoon.
And did you fall asleep in the chair, in the sun?
Oh no, it wasn't quite that hot, and I wasn't that tired. And I wanted to press on with the work that I got to do in the afternoon.
So what was next?
The next thing was to go to the vegetable patch. The vegetables have stopped growing, so I needed to use a spade and a fork to turn over the ground ready for the winter season, so that it would be suitable for planting in the new year.
Is it a big vegetable patch?
It is a large vegetable patch. She grows a range of vegetables, potatoes, carrots, leeks, cabbages, onions, and she has a small fruit garden as well. So the fruit had stopped producing, so there is a strawberry patch and a place where she grows raspberries.
Wow, it must be quite big then.
It is, yes. It's almost too much for my aunt to do. That's why me and my brother and other people like to go along and help her to do the tasks that need doing.
And does she have a gardener at all, or is it just family members that help?
It's just family members that go along. I did speak to my aunt about having a gardener going possibly once a week to do the basic jobs that she finds more difficult. So I think it would be ideal if a gardener was employed for a couple of hours every week, and then he could mow the lawn, and out of season then he could actually cut back the trees and bushes that grow in the garden.
That's a good idea. What can she do herself?
She mainly does the low-level work. So she likes to cut back the roses, cut back the small shrubs and plants, and take off the flowers that have died. So everything always looks presentable.
So once you've finished with the vegetable patch and the fruit garden, then I imagine it was nearly time to go home.
Well, I had a short break in the afternoon for about 10 minutes when I had another cup of tea. And I drank it very, very quickly, knowing that I got about another hour's work to do. Because I needed to walk to the bus station, catch the bus home. So, yeah, I got it all planned out.
What time did you actually finish in the garden then?
I finished at about 5:30.
And what time was your bus?
The bus was at 5 minutes past 6.
Right, so you had plenty of time then?
Yes, I got 35 minutes to walk to the bus station.
Right, and what time did your bus come? Was it on time this time?
Well, because it was leaving from the bus station, the bus left exactly at 6:05.
Oh, that's good then. And was the journey home so long and windy?
It was, yeah. It stopped at virtually all the same bus stops on the route. So again, it took the full hour. I had looked on the timetable online and it did say it would take an hour to do the journey. And it did. And it stopped at most of the bus stops.
Ah. So you had a good day in the end, really?
Yes, it was a good day. I achieved everything that I wanted to achieve. And I didn't feel too tired at the end of the day.
And when you look back at your aunt's garden, could you see what you'd achieved in the day? Did you make a difference?
Oh yes, I definitely made a difference. The lawn looked very nice because it was cut back to a low level. The big tree was cut back, and where the vegetables and fruits had been growing in the summer, that looked presentable, as I'd used a spade and a fork to dig it over, to turn over the soil.
So when you go next time, on your next visit, there shouldn't be anything to do really, because it will be in winter.
Well, there's always something to do in a garden. It always keeps people busy, and there will probably be a whole list of jobs that need doing in preparation for the next season.
All right. Thank you.